How to spot a manipulator before she can do it to you. Stay tuned. Let's go.
For dear road. I vowed to give my love to you. No one else but you. Yeah. They want nothing more but break me from shouting.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. Another thing that I want to say is I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if it feels like it, you got to check yourself. Okay, today we're going to be talking about how to spot a manipulative girl. All right, and the reason why I'm making this video is because manipulation is a woman's greatest power. And the reason why manipulation is a woman's greatest power is because she only needs one way to do it. And that's to tap into your desirement, for her to look good, for her to show her assets, to show her body, for her to flirt with her, eyebrows, booty shots, tight clothes. All of those things are the only thing that a woman needs to manipulate you, because those things, from sight to sense, controls a man. They always say a woman's assets are gonna always sell no matter what, due to the hormonal desirement of a man. So, being that a woman has so many different ways to manipulate you, you have to learn her angles from every direction, because she already has a psychological control over you before you can even meet her. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. The signs that you need to watch out for, the behavior that you need to watch out for. Stay tuned. First, you have to understand this. You would know that a woman is manipulating you when her words and actions don't match. What do I mean by words and actions? That's where she's talking a good game, but you're not seeing the results. And then when you question her on the results, she's going to have an excuse for the results. So why is she talking? She's talking because a lot of you beta male nice guys, right? You have a tendency to let women win arguments and win situations due to the fact that you do not feel like arguing with her. There are so many guys running around here right now that are in a position with a woman that they don't like, all because he did not feel like arguing. Okay, when women know that they have you psychologically and that they can dominate you quicker, their words and their actions are never going to match, because they're going to always tell you what you want to hear. They're going to always talk real good at the beginning when you guys meet. When you guys meet and become friends, she's going to always have a lot of compliments. She's going to always talk a good game, but you're going to spend a lot of time waiting for her actions to connect with what's actually coming out of her mouth. You will never see that happen. And the reason why is because the moment you try to get results, she is going to have an excuse as to why her words and her actions are not matching. So understand, the moment she starts yapping off at the mouth is the moment you need to be quiet and let your eyes listen. Next, overly sensitive. This is a big one. You got to watch out for this one, because you have a lot of girls out there that act like they're depressed for attention when they're really not depressed. You have a lot of girls out there that will pretend to cry, and they're not even emotional at that moment. They just know that it will give them an attention for that moment. That's all point of manipulation as well. It's when she's using her emotions to make you feel sorry for her. Now, this always works on the beta male, because the beta male always feels sorry for a crying woman Because a lot of beta males grow up watching their mom cry. Whether their dad was mean to their mom or whether they was raised by a single mom who had a lot of bills and kept running through different guys. Most guys who come from single moms are going to see a lot of guys come in and out of the house. They're going to watch their mom get ran through. So their mom's going to do a lot of crying because no guy wants to stick around. That's what's typically going to happen when you want to be real. Next, she always pulls you into a dark mood. What do I mean pulls you into a dark mood? A manipulative woman, right? You're always on and off with them so much that when you get around them, 9 times out of 10, your moods are going to always be bad because they're going to always be arguing with somebody, or they're going to always be arguing with you, or you guys are going to always be debating about something. Whenever you get around a woman, right, and no matter how the day is going, no matter how the event is, it always pulls you into a dark mood. That's how you know you're being manipulated, because you're adjusting your feelings to satisfy somebody else. That's all form of manipulation. I want you guys to understand that. When you're constantly adjusting yourself to make somebody else happy, you're pretty much living for them. You're not living for yourself. That's what separates like the elite people from like regular civilian people, is that the elites are smarter than everybody else. They can predict the actions of everyone else because they're living to stay in power. So a lot of elites don't care about regular civilian people because regular civilian people are living to be around each other. Like for instance, look at how many people were all part of this Black Lives Matter, everybody united together. Now that Joe Biden got in office, don't nobody care anymore. It's almost as if no one's gonna be united anymore because it was all part of an agenda to get the Democrats to win. The Black Lives Matter only show up during presidency. But they showed up, they manipulated a lot of people, had people thinking that they were going to win something. Now that the presidency is over, they all have disappeared. Okay, that's a form of manipulation. They manipulated the people into thinking that they needed to be angry for a cause. But what they was angry for was nothing. There was nothing that came from it. So understand, they got pulled into a dark mood. That's what a woman does with good men. They pull you into dark moods. Next thing you know, that good guy may be drinking, may be smoking. He may start stressing. He has to always be around people. Next thing you know, he looking for guy friends that he can sit down and talk to about all his problems because she's pulled him into a dark mood, manipulated his brain. He don't know who he is anymore. All he know is happy wife, happy life, but there's a problem. What? She has infinity ways to be happy. Every time you make her happy in one direction, she switches and goes to another. Next, she loves to twist the conversation. All right, what do I mean twist the conversation? That means that the closer you get to calling her out on her manipulative ways, the more she tries to twist it back onto you to being the problem, or the more she tries to twist the conversation to go in another direction. Women are good at that. That you get to calling them out about something, they change the entire subject to go somewhere else and try to downplay what you called them out on originally. You have to watch out with that with a woman because she's only going to do that to a man that allows her to do it. If you the guy that when you go to call her out on it and you look away while y'all talking, you're like, oh, I don't know. And then she just continues to talk, like, you know, I like you and you know this, well, it's because of this and you did that because of that. Okay, that's all form of manipulation. You got to get stronger as a man because the weaker you are as a man, the faster she learns you. The faster she learns you, she's going to know how you talk. She's going to know how you walk. And it's going to make it easier for her to twist up any conversation that you and her have. They're masters of it. All right? You have to understand this. And I want you guys to know this. Majority of women think they're better than you. And the reason why they think they're better than you is not because they think they have more money than you or because they think they look better than you. They think they're better than you because you're just flat out weak. A lot of you guys, you're not strong enough to do anything but complain. So I want you to think, you know how like girls group together and complain about men? A lot of you guys nowadays, you're grouping together as well and you're just complaining about women and you're stuck in that zone because you were manipulated. So you were manipulated so bad by women, you lost yourself. So all you know is to complain about women because you don't know where you're supposed to go to. You don't know how to get over the situation. That's what a lot of you guys face. You know what I'm saying? You've been through the situation. You've been manipulated. You've been used, but you just don't know how to unlock that manipulation off your brain so you stop complaining about it so you move forward. You must first learn all the ways or majority of the ways that she did manipulate you. Remember, the more knowledgeable you become, the less emotional you become with women. And when you learn women and you really realize how dumb and emotional they are, they just become tools to you. She either holding you down or she's slowing you down, period. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully I was able to get the message. Comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. Go to the Patreon before they come here. Hasta la vista.